And welcome back to the episode of Detective Butler. So in the last one, we did chapter 1, obviously, because that's the first chapter, and we just got on a cruise. So let's just get right back into this. So let's load from a previous save point, obviously chapter 2. It's almost time to head out for dinner. After only a few minutes, I'm all set to get going. These doors have automatic locks, meaning that the door locks on its own as soon as it closes. The only way for us to open each door is to use a unique key card. In the event that we lose our key card, the maid has her own master key card. She has a key ring, probably used to open any employee rooms. After all, none of the guest doors have regular keyholes. All the way down the hall, I see a company member standing around, Eliza impatiently tapping her foot. Where's my dad? He said he needed to take care of some business with the captain. He should be coming back soon, but it's taking so long. I see. I lean against the door to our own room with a sigh. Cruise ships couldn't be more boring. Imagine turning off blinking in this game. Oh look, it's that guy again. What's his name? I don't think he ever told me. He looks over this way, noticing our large group. He then takes a small notepad out of his pocket, turning to one of the middle pages. You're Gilligan Golder, right? How do you know my name? These people you've been chatting with have an emblem on their clothes. The logo of GG Inc., the famous life insurance company, is centered in New York. Made me think of a news article I wrote about their press conference. Did some research, found the CEO Galvano Golder with a son named Gilligan. Hello, are you a news reporter? I'm Liza Jones, head of public relations. So if you like a story on our company. Pleasure to meet you. I'm a journalist from Lighthouse Chronicles, the local paper. I'm here to do a story on the ship, but I suppose I could write something up for you too. But call me Butler. That'd be wonderful. Here's my business card. Butler, huh? I'm Howard Luan. I still don't know how to say the last name. If anyone can leave a comment on how to pronounce, I mean, you can't really leave a comment on how to pronounce it. You know what? Fuck it. The company COO. Nice to meet you. Or the coup. Blythe Calico. Company CFO. Nice meeting you. The other two hand Butler business cards as well. And here's my card too. He takes us some business cards, handing them out to each one of us. Detective Butler. Wait a minute, you're a detective? Not yet, but I've got to start somewhere. One day, though, I'll be the greatest detective in this world. You mean like Sherlock Holmes? Yup. Working as a journalist in the meantime should be a good way to find interesting cases to solve. Makes sense. Although I've read some mystery novels, they don't interest me much. So in other words, you're a casual. Hey, what's wrong with my taste in books? I never said it was wrong, just giving an opinion. You truly are a journalist. Wonder where my dad went. Dunno, but he sure is taking a while. I got my own agenda, so I'll be going now. Ciao. Butler tips his hat to everyone, turning around the staircase, and leaves me with the company members. The atmosphere quickly returns to its boring state. Eventually, some men in suits turned the corner of the hallway, my father among them. Sorry to keep you waiting, but like I said, to deal with some business back there. Figured I should be productive while my kids is slacking off. He turns to the men, says something we cannot hear at this distance, and proceeds to walk towards our group, leaving the others behind. Anyway, I was discussing something with the captain in his room. He's a real nice guy. He said he'll show us to the VIP dining area in a moment. You mean the captain himself? If I'm not mistaken, Galvado, you're friends with the captain, aren't you? That's right. It's a long story, so I won't bore Gilligan here with the details. But we've been good friends for some time. Haha. The men in suits suddenly parted like the Red Sea, and a man clad in white steps between them. From his appearance alone, anyone could tell that he is the captain of the ship. Welcome aboard our cruise ship. Captain Jack Equinox. I sincerely hope you enjoy your stay. He gives everyone a salute, as if to make himself appear more charismatic. No doubt he wants to impress us. He then extends his hand out to each one of us, formally welcoming us onto the ship. I shake his hand and thank him, but only to remain polite. I'm still doubtful this cruise will be any fun. Shortly after, the men surround the captain, forming a semicircle behind him. It was almost as if they were lining up behind a general on a battlefield, ready to serve his every command. Each one of them looks as tall and menacing as a real soldier. I wouldn't be surprised if they were all war veterans, or at the very least bodybuilders. I probably shouldn't do anything to get on their bad side. Now then, I'll be glad to show you all the way to VIP seating. Please follow me. The VIP seating is as fancy as I was expecting. Of course, it's nothing that I haven't seen before. But this time it's on a cruise ship. The men in suits had decided to surround our whole group as we walked by. It seems they will not only protect the captain, but any VIP guests as well. Our group is led past most of the tables to the special seating area reserved for the VIP passengers. Here you are. We take our seats at the VIP-only table, covered with elegant cloth and adored with bottles of champagne. Hey, what a nice place. Thanks, Jack. No problem, Mr. Golder. Our head chef will be right with you. Please enjoy your meal. With that, the captain and his men disappear into the crowd. Howard, Eliza, and Blythe, thank you. It's because of you, all your hard work, that we're able to dine here tonight. I ordered these drinks and appetizers for us all to celebrate the company's miraculous success. What an incredible year it's been. So many ups and downs. Yeah. For a while I thought we were totally finished. Now we can finally relax, and the company lives on. Smiles rise on each of their faces, showing their pride in their accomplishments. This is their victory party, after all. I know very little of what happened in that company because I never sought to be a part of it. But that's okay. Regardless of the reason, all of us are here together on this cruise ship. A few moments later, my father takes his glass of champagne. He holds it up high above the center of the table. So let's have a toast to the successes of the company, past, present, and future. Then the five of us speak at once. To the success of the company, past, present, and future. Clang. Our glasses of champagne touch and we proceed to take a sip. God, I spilled some on the tablecloth, but I don't think anyone noticed. Two more men in their suits approach our table, one pushing a serving cart stacked with food. But this time someone else accompanies them. Looks like a chef or something given his attire. Good evening, everyone. I'm the head chef, Donald Ackerley. And tonight I shall have the pleasure of serving you a fantastic dinner. Oh ho ho. He seems like a cheerful enough old man. The walking cane in his hand doesn't slow him down one bit. Ah, Donald! Nice to see you again after so long. You know, I was really surprised to hear the great Galvano was coming here. I had no idea if I'd ever see you again. Same here. Would have thought I'd get a second chance to taste your delicious cooking. Indeed. The old man looks around the table, keeping a smile on his face. Let's see, I know Galvano, but the rest of you are all new faces to me. It turns out that my father had met Donald at a high-class restaurant years ago. My father regularly visited California for various business trips, and there was one time he needed to go to a restaurant. Or maybe he was just hungry and slacked off a bit. In any case, it seems Donald was eventually fired from his old job, but once he learned this cruise needed a professional chef, he was back into the working world again. I can't even imagine working at his age, but he must really find it worth the effort. A pleasure meeting you all. Now then, the food is ready. It's a special treat for the VIPs in the house. One by one, the men distribute the plates from the serving cart around the table. Donald simply leans back on his cane, making sure nothing goes wrong. Each plate is loaded with all kinds of fancy foods. I'm not even sure I'll be able to get all of their names right. Nonetheless, we'll be eating dinner fit for a king and his men. I'm sure my father would order no less of a meal. The main dish consists of lamb, bacon roasted loin, a neck croquette with confit butternut squash, and finally a sweet pepper reduction. Reduction of what? I see, just as I thought. I tried making lamb at home, but it never looked this good. And don't forget to leave room for dessert, our special ginger milk chocolate creme, lychee granite, or maybe it's supposed to be grande? Sliced bread, and to top it all off, slices of passion fruit. I cannot speak. Oh, we will. All of this food looks great. Donald smiles and walks back to the kitchen, along with the two men who followed him here. I'm normally a slow eater, but I was able to clean my plate rather fast this time, perhaps because I never really stopped to join the conversation. Nothing I'm interested in talking about anyway. I look over to see where Donald went. He's standing near another table, but the person sitting there is none other than Butler, being served by the head chef as well. Apparently, they're wrapped up in their own conversation, but I can't hear a word. Was it being treated as a VIP guest, too? From time to time, I glance over and see the two of them still talking. Whatever's going on over there must certainly be more interesting than this conversation. Hey, Gilligan! What you looking at? Oh, nothing? Of course it's nothing. Why don't you chat with those for a bit instead of staring into space, How would I know what to say? I'm sure you have lots of interesting things to talk about. Yeah, Gilligan's a very interesting young man. I'm not too sure about that. Noticing our plates and bowls are empty, Donald finally shows up. I'm saved. I glance over at the butler's table while Donald asks everyone how much they enjoyed their meal. Naturally, they all give compliments. He's writing in his notebook. I wonder what it says. Almost as if he heard my question. He looks back at me, opening the notebook and sitting it up on the table, open to a page near the center. I know I'm good looking, but it's not polite to stare, Gilligan. I jump back into my chair and turn my head in embarrassment. Then I turn around once more and give him a disgusted glare. In response, a cruel smirk rises on his face. It looks like he got some enjoyment out of that. Damn it. Better pay attention to what's going on at my own table than mess with that guy again. Well then, that concludes dinner. I'll be on duty to serve you all tomorrow night as well. The five of us stand up, politely tucking in our chairs underneath the table. We say our farewells to the good chef and leave the dining hall. I'm going to head back to my room, Gilligan. I think I'll explore the ship a bit. I've had enough of staying in my room. Good call. I'll do the same. I heard there's a nice bar around here. Oh, is there? And isn't there a sauna too? Maybe we can arrange something later. Don't take too long, Gilligan, or you'll be locked out of your room. Unless you get that cute maid to open the door. The three of them split up, leaving me all by myself. No, there's still one other person here. Blythe. Oh, I didn't realize that you were standing there. I thought you had already left. Not yet. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. You looked bored out of your mind all day. It thanks, but I'm fine. I mean, this cruise isn't my cup of tea. You sure? I mean, your father can be rather strict and sometimes unfair. It must be very stressful tagging along with him and constantly being in a shadow. That's true. But what else can I do? That's just how things are. Well, if there's ever a problem between you and your father, I'll be on your side. After I thank Blythe once more, she takes her leave, going down the hall. I'll take a short walk around the ship to clear my mind. Maybe I'll stumble upon something interesting. I ascend the stairs nearby, going up to the 6th deck. It looks like no one else is out here. Even though it's summer and the nighttime breeze gives me chills, it's a very lonely feeling. Facing the pitch-black ocean, all I can see is the bleak night sky. Not even stars are there to guide me, only clouds, and a dark, hopeless future. I'm an embarrassment to my father. The son of the great CEO isn't really that amazing after all. I can't live up to my father's name. I honestly don't even want to. Anybody's name but his. Living a life for the sake of pleasing someone who has no concern for you. That isn't living, right? Am I really just a puppet to my father's wishes? Oi? I turned to see where the voice came from. It's Butler. What are you doing out here? I could ask you the same thing. I do what I want because I'm Butler. That's reason enough. Anyway, it's nothing. You won't understand. Don't get all emo on me, kid. Tell me what's wrong. My life, it's a lie. I have no friends because I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. And it wasn't even my own will. No friends, huh? Yeah. You know, a person's environment can make all the difference in their happiness. Sometimes people just can't get along with each other. I'd be happy if I could just go somewhere far away from home. And where is home? That city over there? It used to be. And if I had the choice, I'd live there again. Rather than all the way across the country. I see. So you moved around a lot as a kid? Not a lot, just once. But it was enough to leave an impression on me. I was the same, so I could never make any friends. What kind of places do you live at? I can't remember. Too long ago, and memories I'd rather not relive. I wish I could forget. My mother died when I was young. I don't want to get into the details. Sorry to hear that, but your father is still alive, right? My father is already dead to me. I've already looked him in the eye since my mother died. And I'm supposed to feel sorry for him? After all the crap he's put us through? To fuel his own ego? All these years I haven't been able to say to anyone who else would believe that the son of a famous and respected guy like him isn't such a mess. If only they knew the truth about him. I grip the metal bars of the railing, holding tight. My resentment channels itself into anger, and my knees collapse from under me. I know that my emotions can get the best of me sometimes, but saying my thoughts out loud to a total stranger willing to listen to some kid's problems, it helps. Between truth and happiness, you can't have both. He lends me his hand. I take it and stand back up. The more people learn, the more they want to hide from the truth. It's a depressing reality, but you can't let that stop you. If you do, then you're just another idiot. What do you mean, truth and happiness? What are you doing all alone out here? You're bored, aren't you? And you're searching for an answer. Just think. How many hundred of people are on this boat? They're out here on vacation, right? Well, except the workers. But it's an escape for them. From reality. Right. When people here are unhappy, they look for the truth. When people are happy, they tend to run from it. And if you ask me, the truth is worth finding. Why is the truth worth finding? If I'm such an unhappy thing, why would those people want to run from it? It really know what they're doing. Maybe they're not idiots after all. It's because those who run from things always find it catching up to them. And they don't know what to do. But those who seek things out will always be prepared for what's next. I can tell, just from talking to you today, that I like your style. That means you're an honest and truthful person. You're not afraid to look truth in the eye and when others cower back in fear. And I should be proud of that. I should be proud that I'm unhappy. Right. You just need a little bit more confidence, that's all. It's a lonely place at the top, you know? The detective reaches into his coat pocket, pulling out a hand-sized notepad. Here, take this. You might need something to remember your name. You might need something to help you remember your name. A notepad? Journal updated. The journal? What? What do you want me to do with it? Live. There's a journal? And don't forget it. Write in every day. That way you'll have something to reflect on when you end up like this. And you see how stupid you're being right now. I see. It really is easy to forget. It's so easy to forget about how fragile your life is. I'll show you a neat trick. Flip to the very center of the book. And right from there, working your way from the inside to the outside. That'll make it completely unreadable to anyone other than you. Or at least anyone else who doesn't know the trick. That's cool. Did you come up with it yourself? Sure did. So if you try and steal it, I'll sue you for copyright infringement. Piff. Anyway, it seems like good advice, so take it. You should always take my advice. Listen to me, and you'll go far in life. Sure. Here's a journal? Well, my work here is done. Shall we go back? Yeah, the two of us head back inside. Looks like this is where we part ways. Okay, so there is a journal. What? So this is who we are, actually. Age 18, occupation none, blood type unknown, zodiac sign Aries, likes freedom, dislikes responsibility. Raised in California, I moved to New York because of my father's company. I recently graduated high school and will be attending university soon. Despite being born in a wealthy family, I lack any reasonable sense and purpose. Detective Butler. Name, Detective Butler. Age 19, occupation journalist, blood type unknown, zodiac sign Sagittarius, dislikes or likes solving mysteries, dislikes boredom. An amateur reporter, the Lighthouse Chronicles, a local newspaper. His true passion is to become the world's greatest detective at all costs. His motto is between truth and happiness. You can't have both. Galvano Golder. He's 50. Occupation COGG Inc. Blood type is O. Zodiac sign Scorpio, likes hard workers, dislikes slackers. So he dislikes his own son. Wow. My father, the CEO of his own life insurance company, created 10 years ago, recently averted a financial crisis, almost going bankrupt. In order to celebrate, he invited his closest employees to a cruise. So Howard, age 50, the COO of GG Inc., blood type B, is a Virgo, likes reading and dislikes violence. Chief operating officer of my father's company. I've heard that my father and him go way back, like high school, talking about being best friends for life. The CEO is essentially the CEO's right-hand man. He oversees and manages the company's main divisions, so he knows Eliza and Blythe through work. So now we have Eliza. So she's 26. She's the CCO of GG. She's a blood type AB, Gemini, likes attention, dislikes idiots. So the chief commercial officer of my father's company. She's a fairly new recruit. At 2 years is a rather short amount of time for someone to such a high rank. The CCO is dedicated to ensuring the commercial success of the company, which naturally involves the areas of marketing, sales, and customer service. So then Blythe. She's 30. She's the CFO of GG. Blood type O. She's a Taurus, likes praise and dislikes failure. The chief financial officer of my father's company. She had a lengthy amount of work experience, totaling 6 years. She looks intelligent and serious about her work. The CFO manages the company's finances, so it must be quite a strenuous job. The company's recent turn towards being risky must have been frightening to deal with. Next is Cecilia. 21, the cruise ship maid, blood type A, zodiac sign Cancer, likes soap operas and dislikes working. This maid's in charge of the 5th deck. She has a key card, which can open all rooms, as well as a metal key ring, but unfortunately is prone to losing them. Next is Donald Ackerley. He's 63. He's the cruise ship chef. AB, Capricorn, likes cooking, dislikes his employer. The head chef of this cruise ship dining hall. He requires a cane to walk around properly. His age won't stop him from cooking tasty food. I've heard that his hot-headed nature got him fired at various jobs, but to me, he seems like a nice enough. Donald's restaurant was a popular location for my father going on business trips. And then Jeff Equinox. 25, cruise ship captain, AB, zodiac sign Aquarius, likes power, dislikes show-offs. His very charismatic captain of the cruise ship. He inherited it after his grandfather's passing and investing in its renovation. He possesses an unlimited supply of bodyguards. So here's the deck of the first floor. Oh, so first deck, second deck, third deck, restrooms. Oh yeah, so there's a sauna. Fourth deck, game room. Fifth deck. Oh, this is where everyone's rooms are, basically. Okay, so here's where we are. Right here. Butler's room. Oh, Butler's room is right next to Howard's room. And then sixth deck. Elevator and stairs, cabin's room. Okay. And then next the wristwatch. An expensive wristwatch I received a few years ago. Fortunately, it works. It's still brand new. Whenever I do my journal, I'll check my watch too. According to the watch, the time is 9:05. The room key, the key to the room of my father I'll be staying in. So they also match a key which can also unlock a room. And then the business card. Small business card given to me by a stranger I'm on board. Reads Detective Butler of Katzarecoolz, following address and phone number of the newspaper. Okay. Okay, so looks like this is where we part ways. Yep. But we'll run into each other again. Yeah. We're stuck here together, aren't we? Unfortunately. Fortunately, bonne nuit. Don't know what that means, huh? It means good night. Oh, it's French, probably. Good night and thanks. Butler walks to the door labeled 501 and swipes his key through the lock. Guess I should knock and hope my father is inside to let me in. Welcome back. My father opens the door for me. It sucks not having a key myself. Thanks. I pop onto the edge of the bed away from the door and take off my shoes, ready to go to sleep. You're smiling. It's a first in a long time. I'm slightly impressed. The cruise might not be a bad idea after all. Just slightly, huh? I was hoping for more than that. Life's a bit better when you meet interesting people. That's true. Making connections with a wide range of people is good for business. It's not just what you know, but the people you know. That'll get you places in life. My father laughs to himself for a bit, but I'm too tired to really care. Maybe I could end this night on a good note after all. I'm sorry, Gilligan. You're sorry? That kind of came out of nowhere. I've wondered what I could do to make things better, but you're never very cooperative about it. It hasn't been the same since Mom died. You know that. And I don't think there's anything you can do. I've tried to move on since that day. You seem to have put all your energy into the company since then. Maybe I can understand why. It isn't like a second family to you. In certain ways, I suppose. If I had the choice, I would never have moved away. But you used Mom's death as an excuse to go start a new life for yourself somewhere else, and you just forgot about me. That's not true! You don't remember, huh? I had to abandon everyone and everything on a whim just because of that. It was for our own safety. Believe me, I know what I did. Have a little more respect for your own father. Respect? You think I still have any respect for you after what happened to Mom? You would have been safer if you hadn't. Quiet! I didn't do a damn thing to her. It wasn't my responsibility. No matter how many times you deny it, do you really think I'll believe you? I know what you're up to, whether you'd like to admit it or not. It's your fault that Mom had to die. Gilligan. Well, isn't it true? What do you have to say? Gilligan, You'll do what? I'll talk to the others. I had hoped you would inherit the company, but I guess that won't be happening. I can't force you, so I'll have to choose a different successor. You're willing to do that, huh? And what do you think that'll accomplish? It's the one thing you've asked of me for the past 10 years. And you're my son after all. I'm not the monster you think I am. Alright then. Thank you. I'll see you in the morning. Good night, Gilligan. Good night. And with that, I turn off the bedside lamp, crawl under the blankets, and close my eyes. Tomorrow can't come soon enough. Achievement unlocked. To the company. Legend of the Cobalt Couple. Chapter 3. Well, anyway, guys, hold on. Just don't... I'm trying to journal. Okay. Gilligan Golder. Okay. My father and I have been in bad terms for a while. Now I often accuse him of being responsible for my mother's death, which happened about 10 years ago. I have a feeling true purpose of this cruise is to restore our relationship. After all, he's forced me along for a reason. His sudden apology left an impression. Oops. Okay, great. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And I'll see all you in the next one.